What's up everybody, Frank Valkyria. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing fantastic today. So, let's see, did you wake up? Very good. Did you go to the toilet? Do your bodily function? Very good. Did you drink water? Very good. Did you have coffee or tea? Excellent. You see, gratitude for little things, it seems it's already poised to be a great day. So, alright. Some of the people cannot claim the same thing, apparently. As you know, yesterday we did this video, and now the media is picking up on it. You see here the Daily Mail is talking about trouble in Australia, investigated for possible perjury, following the 2015 dog smuggling furore. We also get some Italian words right there. So they're picking up also on entertainment. is still being investigated in ongoing perjury case in Australia. So now it's going around. The interesting thing about this is that, like this, we will find out whether it's debunked or not. Because that video we saw yesterday, it seemed pretty official, and some of you also stated that was just a few months ago. So there is an investigation running. We will see where it leads to. Also, many of you reached out both in comments in the video and also on Instagram from Australia, fans from Australia. Thank you so much for the support. And you mentioned that in Australia they take those type of cases very seriously because, of course, of the biodiversity of the continent, you know, trying to protect from external like dangers. You know what happened to South America, Mexico in general at the time of the Spanish conquistadores. So they have to be careful with all kinds of plants and animal coming in. So totally understandable. But we will see where this leads. I have obviously no idea what a real impact could have on this person's lives. Like I mentioned yesterday, probably as far as she's not traveling there, at the end of the day, probably nothing is happening. But I might be wrong. I have absolutely no clue. So also, this week is going nuts, man. It's going crazy. As you can see, you know, this is a dog just covering some kitties. We need some positivity relief. This was random, but actually also very sweet. No, unfortunately, we have to talk about this. This guy, man, this guy got sentenced to 30 years in prison. I have to admit that I wasn't too aware of what he was doing. He also has to pay $100,000 in fine. I knew that there was something with him and underage humans. He was accused many times, but the details of what he was carrying out behind closed doors, I had no clue. Obviously, we cannot compare this guy with we can also not compare it to this other woman, which was the girlfriend of Epstein. Both of them this week, both Maxwell and Kelly, he got 30 years in prison, she got 20. So he's gonna come out of jail at 85 because he's 55. And she's coming out of jail at 80 because she's 60. So they're almost coming out more or less the same time. Both people seem absolutely wretched human beings. And we put them in the list of, you know, like abusers together with but of course you cannot make that comparison. But it's good that each one of them got the result of their actions through the verdict they get. So they got. So to that extent, it's good that the system works. Obviously, the case of was a civil case. This, I think, went all the way up to federal court. So this is a criminal case. Most likely, this guy won't be getting out alive. I also don't know in the United States how it works. If those people, they will get out with a good conduct, maybe they shave off several years. I really don't know. I really don't know if they can do this for those type of criminal cases. And I'm like, this guy, man, like I wasn't a fan, or I knew that I know he's a great singer. I wasn't a fan anyway, but to know that those people are so troubled and sick, it's scary. And also when you think of these people, she was on S Watch in this week because, of course, they were afraid that she would end up like her boyfriend. And the whole trial here is behind closed doors, so I don't think nothing came out. Everything is sealed. I don't know what she talked about. Actually, honestly, would have been quite interesting to follow this a little bit better, to understand what she could have revealed. Also, if she has revealed anything, because that would be a bombshell, man. That would be crazy. I mean, I don't know if you know this movie of Stanley Kubrick, Eyes Wide Shut, with Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise. I think Kubrick was already ahead of its time when he was describing society in that way. When he was describing society in the way of strange elitist cult wearing Venetian costumes of some sort. Very spooky indeed. But actually, I think Kubrick took inspiration also from another movie from Pierpaolo Pasolini, which is another great Italian director. And the movie Pasolini directed was called 120 Days of Salo. And it's another outrageous movie, still depicting an elitist cult group of leaders mistreating the youth, to say the least. So, if you haven't watched those movies, perhaps if you're interested, you should watch them both. 120 Days of Salo, Pierpaolo Pasolini, Eyes Wide Shut, Stanley Kubrick. So that would be probably give some insight. I think those people were already warning us. So what happens behind closed door? Those people are sick. I'm pretty sure there were a lot of those very, very powerful people in very high places doing weird shite together with those providers, so to speak. And it's good that they got they got put in jail. So here you have like this thread here saying like, they found this tweet takeover, putting AH literally with the pedofhiles and SAX traffickers, and the only thing she got held accountable for was speaking about the abuse she suffered. You're absolutely vile people and will burn in hell. This woman still doesn't have a clue what the hell is happening. She still doesn't understand what is happening. What is happening is that each one of those individuals got what they deserved, because of course you cannot compare the same thing, but they also didn't receive the same verdict, right? AH is out there, free to go whatever she wants. She might even start a career, even though she nearly destroyed a man's career. And frankly, there could have been a danger that guy could have passed away, especially with her managing his medication. So, the guy honestly was lucky to get out of that alive. And as you can see here, we get some threads. We have some interesting messages. Probably some of you have already seen this. This is a conversation between Drew and AH when this is the husband of Rocky. And they were talking about something, in regards of going for dinner. Hey lady, I'm going to make some dinner when I get back from the airport. You, JD, are interested to come over? Yeah, that's awesome. No problem. We'll bring it over when it's ready. But Johnny's getting my tattoo tonight at the house. 9:30 will be perfect because it gives Jay and I time to talk. Otherwise, no, as me threatening his life if he misbehave while I'm gone. I don't know what she's talking about. Anyway, long story short, and then she repeats, Jay and I have a a little talk tonight when we get home, probably till 8, and then we're cool, so you can come over. So she's basically saying that she wants to talk to JD about something in regards of him misbehaving while she's gone. And they're talking about some knives, and the guy basically suggests her that if he wants to be threatening to him, she can use some of his giant knives that you can see pictured here. And as a comment stated below, it's very interesting to see how those people actually didn't seem scared at all by JD. So this is just another reminder. Then there is also this reminder here of AH misusing somebody's artistry. So this is a comment of somebody that worked with her, I think a costumist or somebody providing some kind of, I don't know, like hats for costume or parties for Halloween. And she said here in a comment on one of her pictures, so, as you all know, I've fought long and hard in this industry to beat the drum that creators deserve respect. I was recently contacted on the behalf of AH, who I have worked for in the past, to do rush job of 7 of my stripped dunce caps and horned headdress. I responded with my rates for a rush job before Halloween and a bulk order at that. They wanted to trade work for an Instagram post, which is pretty insulting since likes don't equate to me paying my rent. I was then told that they wouldn't be needing my service since they were already spending so much money on the party they couldn't afford me. So they basically wanted the hats and the bulk of order for free because they're posting it, eh? As if that immediately equates to traffic to their web pages or whatever. Just another scamish attempt at getting stuff for free. Man, I mean, nothing on JD is coming out. It's unbelievable. Nothing on this guy is coming out. Only positive thing, the opposite can be told for this person, which still to this day there are more things surfacing it, sort of creating a very good picture of really the character and motives, behavior and reasoning and whatever pursuit this person was about. So, not a great human being so far. It seems, allegedly, it seems. But anyway, justice is being served this week, and frankly, the only thing I would have loved most of all, for the sake of making this, strange facade of society crumble, would have been to know a little bit more about the inner circle of this woman right here. That would have been interesting. That would have been really, really interesting. We did the whole AH thing, period. Okay, fine, let's move on. But this would have been interesting to see who was going there in this house. I saw the documentary like a while ago. When? And, if other people come forward, because I don't think a lot of people came forward, apart from those which were involved in the documentary, I think. So, that would be a bombshell. Unfortunately, if I'm not mistaken, everything is sealed in this trial, in the court. So literally there's nothing available. And also we don't know that after the verdict, what was said. If she revealed any information, any name, we don't know. All we know is she's been sentenced to 20 years in jail. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Some name dropping will be quite interesting, to say the least. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this different video today. Please subscribe. It would be really nice to see you in the comment section as well. And again, I want to thank you for always the support and being there. See you later. Ciao.